guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on a new makeup product from Dior. This is the new Flash Perfector Concealer by Dior. I'm super excited to be putting this to the test for you guys today. I'm going to be showing you guys how this looks on the skin, my first impressions, a wear test in natural lighting, all that good stuff. So you definitely don't want to miss this. Keep watching so that you can get all the tea on this new Dior concealer and whether it's worth your cash or not. Okay, so I picked this up from the Dior Beauty website, and it's actually really cool because you get it in a very luxurious packaging and a little box that they sent in the mail, and it came right away. So I was super pleased with that. So this is the new Dior Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer. It's brand new. It retails for $29. It is supposed to be a caffeine-infused concealer with full coverage, a natural glow finish, and this is waterproof. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits. So it's a single sweep concealer. Its full coverage formula conceals blemishes, dark spots, under eye circles, and localized redness for a flawless finish and a natural glow. It's infused with caffeine. It guarantees an immediate, fresh, revitalizing effect to the under eye area. The formula blends seamlessly with the skin for a waterproof wear that does not crease all day long. So the caffeine extracts are supposed to help instantly open up the eyes for a fresh, awakened effect. The waterproof formula creates an invisible layer on the skin that can withstand the most difficult situations, contact with water, extreme temperatures, and humid environments. So let's just go ahead and get into this because I am ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be applying it on this eye, and then we can see how this goes. So there's 22 shades, and I did pick up the shade 2W, which is light skin with golden undertone, so 2W warm. I always like to go for a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my foundation color, just because I like to have my concealer be like the brightening effect of my face. I like there to be a lot of dimension. I don't like for my concealer and my foundation to match. Now, if I do really like this concealer and I want to use it for like spot concealing when I'm not wearing any makeup, then maybe I will pick up my exact match to see how that goes. But for now, I want to try this out. I also feel like $29 for Dior isn't too much, because you guys know Dior can get really expensive. I think that's a pretty fair price. It looks like this, and when you open it, what I love is that it comes with this little brush. It's very different than your typical doe foot applicator, which I definitely do appreciate. It's also perfect to kind of like spot conceal any little areas, which is why I say I may end up loving this and want to try it for spot concealing with a shade that matches more so my all over complexion. But right now I just want to start off with this. So I'm gonna bring you guys in close so that we can get into this under eye area. Ooh, this applicator is everything. I really like that applicator. The color is also perfect for what I like to use for under eye concealer. I will list down below some of my favorite shade matches for other concealers that I have in case you guys want to see if I kind of fall around your complexion. So I'm going to be using my damp sponge. I'm using the Araceli Beauty sponge, and I'm just going to begin blending this out and kind of seeing how this blends on the skin. Blending nicely, definitely giving me hydrating results immediately, and it is not affecting the foundation that I already have on. For foundation, I am wearing my NARS Skin Reflecting Foundation. I have been a really big fan of that foundation lately. It's one of the newer launches. I just love how it lays on the skin for like a more full coverage moment. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of my powder because I do have to set it. My under eyes will crease no matter what. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set that with my powder. For powder, I'm using my current favorite. This is the e.l.f. Halo Powder. Yeah, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. This is in the shade medium, and it literally works like a dream on me. I did see on the Dior website that Dior has this loose powder that kind of is like a purpley, like lilac tone. I'm kind of intrigued to check it out just because we've all seen Dior's amazing products when it comes to beauty. So I really want to kind of see how that would look. But I wanted to try this first because that powder's like $60, and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend like $90 something on concealer and powder right now. So I'm just using my tried and true, the e.l.f. one, super affordable. Halo Glow is the way to go, especially if you do have very dry under eyes. You will really like that. I'm not gonna let this powder sit for too long just because I don't know how this concealer does with stuff like that. So I'm just gonna dust it away. I just wanted to leave it long enough for it to kind of, you know, get into those fine lines and fill them in. and it looks really nice. It actually looks really good with the powder, which you guys can see right there. But you guys can see the difference between having the concealer on and not having anything on right here. I definitely do feel like this color is great because it does give that brightening effect, but not a dramatic brightening effect where you can see like super light and then like the color of your skin. I feel like it worked really well. It definitely looks like a very natural concealer. So that's just something to keep in mind. Overall, I'm very impressed with this applicator. I feel like it really targets exactly where you want to apply, which makes me really excited to see how this would work as just like a spot conceal type of concealer moment for me, for like the everyday. This is looking really nice. So I'm gonna do how the TikTok peeps do it. I'm gonna do a little bit right there and then some right there. So first I did my normal application where I like to kind of go in a little triangle down here just because that gives really full coverage. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it like this and I'm going to just blend it out. It gives you the right amount of brightness on those under eyes. I have to say something else that I'm pleased about with this concealer is that it works really well with my powder. First impressions on this side, it literally becomes one with the skin and did not interfere whatsoever with the foundation, which is another thing that I'm really happy about. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to be applying a little bit of concealer up here just so that we can see the formula. The formula feels so creamy. It feels so creamy and soft. Like it's definitely a fuller coverage consistency, but it literally like feels so creamy and buttery. Yeah, and it works great with my powders, which I love. Like it gives like an undetectable finish on the nose. I really like that. I mean, it literally looks so lightweight. The real test is gonna be how it looks once I start my day and go about my day, because for me, the biggest problem for my under eyes is that creasing, and also I tend to have dry under eyes during this time of the year when it's still really cold. So what I notice is that sometimes concealer will literally separate on my under eyes. So it's nice to see that first impressions that didn't happen on these under eyes, but now we have to see kind of how the creasing does. So far, like I don't really see any creasing on my under eyes. Like they look really nice. The concealer and powder don't look dried up or like heavy and cakey. Like it just looks really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish off the rest of this face. Then I'll come back, give you guys my very first impression, see if anything changed with the concealer, and then we can begin our wear test. So keep watching. Okay guys, so I am back. I just finished off my entire face of makeup. I will include all the details on this face down below in my description box. But let's talk about the new Dior concealer. So I have to say I am very impressed. It's still looking really nice and in place. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing any like heavy concealer situation on the under eyes. It literally feels so lightweight and effortless, and it really became one with my foundation and also the powder that we went with. I had no issues of it looking cakey or it separating or any of that. So I have to say so far so good. I also went in with the rest of my makeup application, my blush, and I didn't feel like it interfered with anything whatsoever. On the forehead, I did use a little bit of some bronzer right near the area where we did apply some concealer right here around the nose and down below. And again, no issues with that whatsoever. I feel like this concealer is a really nice consistency that immediately melts into your skin and becomes one. So I definitely do appreciate that about this concealer, because I definitely feel like I am getting those vibes from it, and I really love that aspect of it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna carry on for the rest of my day. I feel like in order for me to really tell if this concealer is gonna work, I have to see how it looks at the end of the day. Right now it is 1 p.m. and I'm going to be doing a bunch of things today. It is Saturday, so I'm just gonna be running errands and stuff. And then when you guys see me at the end of the day, we can determine what our thoughts are on this new Dior $29 concealer. I'll also be doing an in natural lighting checking so you guys can see how this looks super up close and personal with the natural daylight. Luckily today is a very, very pretty day, so we're gonna have all that natural sunlight right on our under eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay guys, so here is the concealer with natural lighting. The lighting is so good right now, but you guys can see, look how pretty that looks. It looks so lightweight, and there's such a nice smooth effect to my under eyes, which is honestly very rare just because I have very like fine lines there that tend to crease, and this just looks stunning. And in the natural light, I'm like, okay, this is amazing. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 11 p.m. So I literally wore this for the entire day, but let's get into the final thoughts for this concealer. So this is what the concealer is looking like. It's looking pretty good, I have to say. On this side, there's barely any creasing. Here, there's slightly a little bit right here. My eyes were a little watery today. I'm not sure exactly why, but they were a little bit watery, so I feel like that kind of caused that creasing. But other than that, I have to say I really love how the fact that this concealer still looks like one with the skin, which is really nice, because I feel like sometimes the concealers that I use can look a little too thick or just look like really like matte and like makeup-y compared to the rest of the face. I feel like this really looks evened out with everything else we have going on in the face, and it feels very, very lightweight. Like it literally feels like you have nothing on the under eye, but the coverage is still really good and intact. This does claim to be like waterproof and all that, and I felt like it did a pretty good job of staying in place, even though, like I mentioned, I feel like my eyes have been a little watery. They get irritated super quickly, and I feel like it's still looking good. So I have to say, I definitely see myself using this a lot. I feel like it's great for like a glam makeup look to a very natural look. Also, this applicator, I love it. I think it's so unique that it's kind of like a little brush consistency. And also I feel like it's great for like spot concealing, which is something that we all love to do, especially if we want to wear this for like just like an everyday, very, very natural makeup look, just to cover certain little blemishes. I know that's fantastic. I know a lot of people that are more into like that everyday makeup routine just like to use a little bit of concealer on the under eyes, and that's the only complexion product they use. And I think this is definitely one of those products that if you were to use it that way, it would look phenomenal. This also looks excellent with powder on top, so that's another thing to note, because I am a powder girl. I have to set my under eyes with powder or else they crease really badly, and this worked great with that. So definitely approved. Trying this made me want to retry the Backstage Face and Body Foundation by Dior, because I'm like, if I love this a lot, I feel like I would love that, and these two paired together probably be a vision. So I'm gonna go looking for that, because I definitely want to retry that now that I have tried this and I have really enjoyed it. I feel like for $29, that's a really good deal, especially for like a high-end designer brand. I mean, I would do it. If you're looking for a good luxury everyday to evening out concealer, I think this will be really good for you. I'm gonna keep using this and keep you guys posted. I feel like there's a lot of concealers coming out. So far I've reviewed 3 concealers, including this one, so maybe I'll do what I did with the foundations and talk about the 3 concealers. So definitely let me know if you would want to see that, but I really like this. I'm very impressed, and I will be using this, and I feel like this concealer may go viral because it's really, really nice. Like perfect everyday to that evening out type of concealer. So keep your eyes out for this. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you guys did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let's me know to continue doing these type of videos for you guys, because I really enjoy doing them for you guys. I think that's all I have. So don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.